I don't know why I did that. No, I do know, duh. I mean, like, it came out accidentally on purpose somehow. It was just very easily and natural, and I don't know what I did. It was weird. But I'm kind of happy, which kind of sucks, because I had to get high to be happy. But I'm doing a lot better when I'm not high, so I mean, that's something. Although I did really fuck up. I was with my friend yesterday having fun. Or was I yesterday? No, day before? Yeah, because yesterday was... me and my... I got my mom to walk in the park. Even just a little bit, that was still counts. That was good. It makes me sad when she doesn't do things with me, but it counts. Anyways. So, why did I get the way that I did get gotten? Is because simply, well, you see, I have a shitty counselor who doesn't even tell me the appointments or tell me when they are and just somehow expects me to mind read. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, you were horrible before, but now somehow you have gotten much worse. But, like, I'm kind of glad that somehow there's help. Somehow. But I don't... It's... I can't figure out how to explain to you. The only confirmation I got was, like, somehow she saying there's, like, some appointment, and then it, like, kind of getting tossed into the abyss, and then me being like, oh, I didn't know about that, or some crud, and then, so freaking, and then, so I'm like, okay, so I told my mom, and then she wrote it down, that there's some shit, like, she wrote it down, and then it just kind of got lost, and either way, yeah. And, yeah, it's just not good. And, so I don't know, it's definitely, like, weird, it's pushing me out of my bubble more, because I'm getting really fucking pissed off at these stupid-ass people, like, I'm like, I can't tell if this is, like, if this is my fucking karma, or, like, somehow, you know, like, my brain is always trying to give that people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, you know, maybe this is some kind of teaching mechanism, some kind of reverse psychology shit, maybe they're doing it on purpose just to fucking peeve me off so I actually live my life, but, you know, like, I genuinely live off fucking hatred, because... I don't even know how to explain it. And so I really actually wish to get back into the hatred that I had for people, and I wish to do spitefully mean things to hate those people, but in a way that I love, and I don't know how to do that yet, because everyone's like, no, you can't do any of that, and I'm like, but no, I love that. I love that I hated people. I loved it so much. I loved being, like, mean and malicious. No, not malicious, that's the wrong word. Like, very much so. I don't know how to explain, like, just, like growly, big, fucking, masculine, bearosity type thing, but not, like, if I was an animal, no, wait, but, like, not in, like, okay, so if you think of, like, a furry way, it's, like, a completely different sense of animals to people connection, but if you try and think of, like, oh, I'm gonna be really wrong, and then Douglas is gonna roll in his grave or some shit, but, like, the aboriginal, maybe, slash, spiritual shit, like, I remember in, like, school and shit, they would read us, like, fuck, what the shit is that? Like, Aboriginal culture books type deals, but it would just be, like, the little poems and stories and their, like, view on blah blah blah, and then... Weird, why do I remember stuff like that? Huh. Well, because, I mean, I definitely remember them having, like, cultural day type shit at this school, and, like, eating Canadian syrup sticks. Or was that a different thing? Fuck. My brain is just so out of the world that this is all... I don't even know what I was going on about. Fucking shit. Oh, because Aboriginal stuff, and that has always been, like, really, like, beautiful and shit to me. Like, it makes a lot more sense, or something, or it's just because it's, like, fantasy, not fantasy, because it's, like, real to them, so really, it's more like I feel power from them to think that, oh my lord, possibilities, and I'm like, yep, that's what happened. Because, like, to me, if it's a story, someone had to think of it somehow, somewhere. It had to come from something, right? And so to me, stories are much more so wonderful, especially if they're learning things. Like, I wouldn't even be able to quote any of it or make... Oh, actually, I do know somewhere in the deep abyss of my brain the story of the Dreamcatcher, and, wait, are those even connected to the... I'm pretty sure... Weird. Throughout the childhood that I deleted, I've actually come to realize that through my mom's family friend, social worker lady, I would hang out with her children a lot, and I've actually done a lot of Aboriginal things throughout my life. Or is that... Okay, but I'm just assuming Aboriginal's, like, the proper word, because I've heard so many other words that are, like, grammatically incorrect or some shit. And then people are like, you can't say this and you can't say that. And then it's, like, weird if white people say you can't say things about other people, but then it's not weird, but then it's, like, it just all mixes into a fucking bubble of, I'm really confused and very stupid, I'm sorry. And I just hate it because then people make me feel like shit, and I'm just like, I'm really fucking dumb because I'm not connected to the world, so I'm off myself. And, yeah, so that's always fun fucking time, fun party, for one. And, I don't know how I was getting there at all. Started with a fucking disaster, and it ended in probably maybe sass. No, because I'm just like really... Oh, because the fucking shit counselor lady is a shitty person, and so I texted her and was like... actually, I was gonna just hop on the bus and then go up to Abbotsford and then go to this, like, clinic that's, like, a health clinic for, like, anything. Like, you go... It's, like, maybe, like, a youth health clinic thing, because, you know, honestly, I've heard... Actually, I could never properly register it, so I've heard, like, stories, but no definite, like, no one was like, this is what it is. They were just, like, vaguely around mentioning maybe the right words, like, this about that, and then I don't even know, like, you know, like, fucking, yeah, no one knows anything, and here I am stuck in this whirlwind of confusion, and I'm like, I'm getting so much information from so many different people, I'm just like, my brain is just like... And, like, I'm trying to piece it all together and make it into a thing, but it's not working out very well. And I'm like, why can't people just, like, this is what it is. Bam. Information. I'm teaching you. And I'd be like, thank you. Thank you for this wonderful knowledge that hopefully my brain registers. Like, that is nice. And I'm glad that, like, yeah. So, this fucking group out there, I should be able to talk about trans things. Because, honestly, I know what I want. And I feel comfortable with what I want. Which is to look like a boy. Like, chest binder... And I want a dick that I can shove in my boxers, you know, in the dick pouch. Okay, when I was younger, actually, not younger, this would have been, like, 14 to, like, 17. Okay, honestly, this is when my brain was, like, mature enough to be, like, these are logical thoughts, but, like, still very immature and doopy, and, like, very, like, and just, like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. And so, like, honestly, okay, so, like, this was also during a time that I had, like, okay, so in my towns, everyone was hypersexualized at, like, very young because the whole town is fucked. And, fucked. As in, fucked. Anyways, so basically everyone was creepy and horrible and just, like, great. And, what up?
Today is Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Why Wednesday?
Huh?
Why Wednesday?
Because it's the first of the month.
Yeah, but we can do tomorrow, Thursday.
Wednesday.
Don't know what you're fucking talking about, clearly.
Down there, we're gonna go check to see if there's any veggies.
Well, that's completely different, because you said first of the month, which I'm assuming the normal food bank, that's, like, the one where it's, like, the first Thursday.
Wednesday and Friday.
Okay, but we can do Wednesday next one, because, I mean, well, unless we have time now, because before Kareen shows up.
Yeah.
But...
As long as we're before 11, what time's it now?
I don't fucking know, my phone's videotaping me being fucking shit.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking of that, right?
Yeah.
See if there's any veggies.
Yeah, because I have to pick up shit for Satan and make sure he's got food.
Well, I picked up some when I went and bought the thing there.
Yeah, is he in there with you?
What?
Is he in the bathroom under the toilet?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I just realized he's not on the floor, and I was like, ugh! And I was like, I wasn't paying attention to him. Nice. Yeah, he kind of just chills in there with everyone. He doesn't even care anymore. Because, I mean, he sits behind the toilet, and he just, like, lays there and sleeps. And no one can step on him, right? So, he's pretty much safe in there.
Now that white shit's cleaned, and there's...
Yeah.
You got a container? That y'all don't want you to use it for anything?
No, probably not.
You should fill it full of cat litter. Because they've been using the one in the back room.
So bring it down, basically?
Yeah, because we can clean it.
Yeah. Fascinating. 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 Okay, so basically my whole life it's been really funny because I honestly want to be like, my family's been threatening me with a good time. But anytime I would get into a rant where I would literally spout off all the fucking knowledge that I knew in that moment. And I mean, like, I've been doing this since I was quite young. Quite young. Because, like, I've never been listened to. Honestly, my family, like, I didn't know this, but, like, I have some fucking weird scars that have, like, disappeared and some other shit, and, like, really fucked up parts in my hair, and a bunch of other ridiculous things, because apparently when I was a child, hit with a door, I used to, like, panic and scream so much that I would just pass out and fucking BAM! Right into the ground, shit like this, and I didn't know that until, like, later, and then, like, I mean, like, throughout my life, I've still been really, like, fucking almost similar. Like, there would be times that I'd be hyperventilating and screaming probably before 14, maybe around 14, because that was definitely around the time that everything just got bad, and then, like, 16, whatever, it was like, foster care, who cares? Anyways, so, like, yeah, I would just, like, panic and hyperventilate and just keep talking, so I'm like, you're not listening, you're not registering it, why, I don't understand, and then I would just keep going, and then I'd, like, and then my face would get tingly, and then because, like, honestly, like, I was literally, like, I should not exist in this world, I would just keep going to the point that I'd, like, and, like, almost black out, and then there's actually been times I have blacked out, and then the even funnier part is there's been times when I've, like, hyperventilated on my floor and blacked out, or, like, almost blacked out, and then my brother just stands there, like, are you done yet? Oh? You're still being a shitty, like, literally saying shit like this to me. Like, oh, are you done? You done? You're just doing it for the show? No, I'm not. I'm actually fucking about to literally kill myself with myself. Honestly, like, I'm pretty sure my body's shutting down and my organs are disintegrating or something because, like, the anxiety and crap is just, like, you should not live. I mean, when I was around Ross, I would get fucked up heart palpitations, but they were kind of more, like, now that I think about it, maybe just kind of, like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Because it would only happen when they were extremely shitty. Actually, that was a lot. Quite a lot, actually. Doesn't happen anymore. It only happened around them. That's actually scary. And kind of funny, too, that I can register that because I don't fucking register half my life. But I'm trying to do a lot better at it. Because I need to acknowledge parts that have been blanked out or I don't exist. And I can't not do that. I don't know. I can't do that. Certain. Get out. I know what you're doing. Little fucker. Saying I love you, but you're not allowed in there. That was rude. Come here, bitch. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw you. This is my gremlin. Ugh. Ugh. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry your little butt. You know I love you. Sorry, I'm being a bitch. Yeah, he's on me.
Huh?
Yeah, he's on me.
Okay. Well, the door was shut.
I'm sorry. I was gonna make some joke, don't feed him after midnight, but then he started flailing and I was like, oh. Okay. See, okay, so bunnies, you're not actually supposed to hold them, like, you're supposed to support their, like, legs and their fucking back, and, like, make sure that they're, like, because they feel like they're falling or some shit. Okay, so, like, I heard this theory where, like, if you hold a cat by its tummy and its legs are down, the reason they freak out or whatever is they think they're falling. Well, yeah, bunnies, same. Like, dogs don't give a shit because dogs are floppy fucking weirdos and whatnot, but, like, other animals have different, like, instincts, right? And so, bunnies freak the shit out. This all started because I was actually going to talk about vitamin D and I want to stop. I'm glad it didn't go there. But you're not actually supposed to flip a bunny, but the worst thing is, or the funny thing is that because when I got Satan, he was, okay. I love you. When I got Satan, okay, so, like, I have definitely been, like, that kid that was never allowed to have pets. My brother had all the pets, and then my oldest brother didn't have any pets. Like, it was like, and then I get it, too, because, you know, my mom deemed us to be shitty and irresponsible children because we were fucked up, and like Raymond was clearly the responsible one, the good one, the pure one, the whatever. Like he did it. Me and my oldest like brother just sucked, right? But anyway, so I always wanted like pets and shit, and so because my brother had like saved a cat named GT that I thought was a demon, never seen a cat before in my like life, or processed that we could ever have a cat, right? And because we didn't have like animals or some shit, and it was like I went outside trying to get my bike because I'd asked if someone could help me get my bike, so I had to go down there and get it. And I like walked past this fucking cat, and it like just sits there, and I literally like screamed and ran away because I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, oh god. The more I think about it, like it was really weird. I like calmly just got up and left, but now the more that I think about it, it's like I was fucking terrified. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, that thing's gonna eat my brains, like. And it was literally this cat that was like, give or take the size of like a basketball in cat shape. And yeah, I don't know. So I like I got this fucking, I don't know, like Satanist way to poop on my bed or pee on my bed over get on the blanket shit. I have a really bad, really disgusting bed situation at the moment. I have no respect for myself. It's not gross. There's no poop on my bed, and it's a very clean bed. I just haven't washed my bed from myself. Well, I mean, I did really recently, and then I just threw on slap-ass blankets. Like, fucking whatever, and then they just fall off my bed all the time, and then I'm like, this makes me really sad because I love a clean, crisp bed. I fucking love it. Like, I never make my bed. No, I just throw it in, like, general shape of a square, I think. And then I'm like, yeah, that works. And then, like, but it's, like, made already because I have, like, a fitted sheet and a bunch of other, like, like, I tuck my bed in and then I sleep on it very pristinely. And I think that my fucking, I actually think that my bed right now is causing some of my sleep issues because I just, like, toss and turn so much that I rip the blankets around and then I wake up and then I'm like, I need to fix the bed because I suck. And then, yeah. Because I'm ridiculously stupid right now, and that's fine. But I got Satan, and so whenever I'd been around an animal, like whenever anyone had kittens or puppies or whatever, I mean, like, I could kind of have cats, but they were never really mine, although, you know, and, Satan is gross, but cute. Thanks for your poopy kisses. Yeah, I should probably do that. Thanks for your poopy kisses. I have to clean your cage because I'm gross. Okay. Yeah. I love you, Satan. He's only cute when he wants something because he wants his cage clean, and I feel like that's probably why I, like, slightly neglect him, because I have to clean his cage every fucking day. And I hate it. And, like, Sam's bunny, I think, died. And her bunny lived in so much better condition than my bunny. Like, my bunny started off in, like, a dog kennel with a puppy pad and a fucking, like, hey, plastic basket for his food. And he would chew on the cage, I guess? I don't know. His teeth are fine, from what I can tell. He's pretty fucking healthy, from what I can tell. Bunnies suck ass. Don't get one. You get one for Easter. Literally, you must take care of that animal. And I'm saying, if you cannot take care of that animal, put it the fuck down. Strangle it in your own hands and watch it die, because you should never get a fucking bunny. Don't. Not on a whim. Don't give that shit away for Easter. Like, trust me, I am putting the head of this bunny on your soul. Because, like, yeah, literally just Satan's message to the world is don't get a fucking bunny, you douchebags. Not for Easter, none of that shit. And don't even get baby chicks either. That's fucked up. Unless you're gonna take care of it. And actually, that one's kind of funny. If you take care of it, you could just eat it at the end of its lifespan. So, I mean, you don't actually have to take care of it that long. Or maybe, could you eat one of them? I feel like if you did get it vaccinated and shit, you could be like, city, country living. That's kind of funny to me. I have to clean Satan's cage. I want to shoot myself. I don't know where any of this started anymore because I just am having a really ridiculous morning. But, weirdly enough, being this... Okay. I thought about this because of yoga. Yoga makes me want to shoot myself in the face, only because it's hard as fuck. See, what are you doing? You can use me as a fucking ramp, go. or just sit on my butt. I'm like hanging off my bed, and my bunny, I thought he was gonna jump down, and then he like went over and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I figured he was gonna like use me as a slope to get down more, because he's definitely done that before. He jumped on me while I was like sitting there, and I was like, I got really scared, so my bunny just like landed in my fucking lap off my bed. And yeah, my bed is at like waist height. And this weirdo jumps all the way up it. Like, he's cute. Oh, I got Satan because I've always had like magical moments with like animals, and you always hear stories where people are like, oh, this dog did whatever, and I just knew, right? Like I've definitely, I think it was my brother Gordon said that his one puppy or some shit, like as soon as he met her, she just like bit his hand or something, and he's like, yep, that one's mine. And I don't know, like I picked, okay, here's the thing. Ashley picked up Satan first. And he looked cute. Like, he was just falling asleep on her, right? All the other ones were lively and running around. And instead, so she hands him off to me or some shit. Like, I ask, oh, can I hold something like this? And I'm holding him, and I was like, I want this one. I don't even want to touch the other ones. And then I get the bunny with the worst anxiety ever, which is funny because he has anxiety. He's actually able to live through a lot more than normal bunnies would. Most bunnies can have heart attacks from very simple things. And because when I first got Satan, is I actually kept him like a purse puppy or like had him in my hood constantly. I walked around with him everywhere. Now I don't go outside at all, which sucks ass because now he's a lot more afraid of the world too, just like me. Anyways, so he's not afraid of the vacuum cleaner. He's not afraid of our cats. He's not afraid of our dogs, but they're all nice animals too. Plus, every time I go to the park and he does freak out, I literally tell him that I will punch every fucking dog in the face that comes up to us because I'm not down for that. Like, I hate dog owners who think it's funny. They're like, oh, it's okay, they're just friends, my dog's just excited. I'm like, yeah, because your dog wants to fucking eat my rabbit, you jackass, and I'm like this small, like, person. I've been stopping wearing my tail, but I have a tail that is somewhere that I'm not going to bother showing at the moment because it's like, it used to be like cute furry tail, as in like, basically butt plug, just like pants clip, so I could wear it appropriately in public because I'm not disgusting, you fucks. And then it kind of like kept getting broken because Kane was a piece of shit and loved destroying my dreams and hopes and loves in life. Ha 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 ha. And then, so because he kept breaking it, I kept fixing it because this thing was something I wanted more than air, okay? And somehow my brother got it for me for my birthday because we went on eBay and he wasn't gonna buy me a chest binder. But whatever. And so anyways, I love this thing so much, and it honestly became my comfort, my baby blanket, because in hairdressing, no matter how fucking horribly mean I looked, or no matter how fucking horribly, like, crying I looked, no one could take me seriously because I had a tail. And it became something that made me happy in general because it made other people happy because they were either confused or something. They didn't know what to think, and they just kind of thought, like, whatever, and then I'd just kind of smile, and they'd be like, oh. And I'd be nice to people because I liked it, and I don't know. But it kept getting broken, and I decided to add a chain link to it to try and, like, replicate, like, the concept of, like, almost like a spine. But it just kind of keeps being bad, and it makes me really sad because, I don't know, well, because, like, it's too short because of the amount of times I've fixed it. It's just that slowly been shrinking because it's been ripped in half so many times, and then I sewed the leather back together because this is a real tail that I bought off of fucking eBay, and I know it's real, and I'm not some dumb pretentious douchebag that I met at a gay pride. They were like, no, my tail's totally fake, I totally trust the seller, and I was like, you're a fucking moron. I did a lot of research, I wanted to be a taxidermist, and I'm really morbid, so I know your tail is real, you dumbass. You're just disgusting and promoting, like, buying Japanese animal farms dogs. You're dumb. So I have had this tail for a really long time, and I've bleached it and a bunch of other shit because now it's become a symbol of something, you know, who I am, and I do like it, but I don't like wearing it all the time now, which is kind of funny because I would wear that thing like almost 24/7, even in my own home, because it just clips onto my pants. I actually had this one kid asking, is it a butt plug? And I'm like, no, you're fucking gross. He was a fun kid. Noah was definitely really uncomfortably creepy, and I think he had issues because he probably didn't have many friends, or maybe he did, but something there was like that boy did not get. Hey, get out of my face. This one's Mouse, and she is my disaster. fuck Ross, just for in general, because I remember telling Ross that like I would have night terrors so bad that it caused my cat to have anxiety and panic attacks just like me. She's over them a lot now, which is really good. But Ross would be horribly mean and think it was funny that me and my cat had anxiety. Like, genuinely, ugh. Get your butt out. Like, honestly, she would just be really shitty. Like, because my cat would get, like, nightmares and, like, twitches, and she would come to my side all the time. She's definitely a lot better now, so clearly both me and her have kind of improved. But this was also around the time that the dog died. And, so, yeah, it was just really bad, and shit. And Ross was shit. It made me feel like shit. For every anxiety or issue that I had, they made me feel shitty, and then they didn't understand why I couldn't come up to things to them. And it's funny because Ashley came at me with that same bullshit, and I was like, honey, I understand that feeling, but you're fucking dumb if you interpreted anything I said to you as Ross. Because I was honestly, I would give you my full-on opinion of whatever you were telling me, but I was down for you. And I tried to explain that to you, but you didn't get it, because you're fucking stupid. But I was down for you no matter what it was. You could tell me anything, and I would react, but it didn't matter, because it wasn't my life, and I don't know. It's like, if you're telling me something shit or hurt you, of course I'm gonna be upset and whatnot. But to be like, oh, because of your feelings, like, I felt like I couldn't tell you any more shit, and I'm like, I'm not being mean or malicious, and you should have known that for knowing me, but clearly you didn't, so clearly you didn't know me as best as you thought you did, so maybe you didn't know me at all. And it's really sad, because I fell in love with a person who turned out to be really shitty, started off as such a great lady. Honestly, someone I looked up to and admired, and I watched my friend just off the fucking... You know, if she's happier, I guess I don't give a shit, but I watched her go from a good person to a shitty, terrible person. So if she's happy, wallowing in her fucking disgusting hell, and she enjoys that no one will like her, or no one really will genuinely like her, it's all gonna be surface. She's gonna never know anyone to their core, because they're gonna look at her like, wow, crazy. And that's not even a lie, I feel like, because that's genuinely how I understood that most people probably look to me, to a degree, because I was never close with anyone. I could never trust anyone until I found people that I could trust, and then they threw me away, and now I'm figuring out how to trust people again. So I actually started because I wanted to talk about ridiculousness, and about the boy that I kind of want to be friends with and fuck, but like, yeah. And it's kind of funny, because somehow I'm just like doing it in a way that's very clearly coming off as we're just friends. Like, I want to talk to him more, but then I'm like, no, I don't. He doesn't matter to me. He's not important. Like, I know he's a fuckboy, so I'm literally just somehow counteracting his fuckboyism with, like, fuckboyism. And it's kind of funny and kind of hard, because I don't know how to really properly do that, but it's fun, because he's, like, fun. And I wouldn't have touched this kid unless I wanted to touch this kid. So, I really want to be friends with this person. And their dick's not scary. And that's a huge issue, because, like, the amount of things that have fucked me up internally and externally, and then surrounding dicks, is disgusting. So dicks have always been seen as monsters and creepy, and I've actually seen quite a lot of creepy, disgusting dicks too. But Omegle was a time back in the day where everyone was on it, mainly like 14-year-olds being fucking creepy. Especially in my town, because everyone was creepy, so. Yep. And, yeah, I don't know. I want to be friends with this fuck. I just want to be friends with this fuck. Because the fuck. But I wouldn't want to touch people. Like, I don't fucking touch people, so this is why I just, like, was like, I don't know, this person is just so ridiculously pure, and I don't even think they, like, really exist. So, it's kind of funny, because I genuinely don't have the desire to find their person. I'm like, yeah, just be that. They don't give a fuck. I mean, like, and yeah, it's simply because it was my choice. And I think that's kind of what settled it all in, was before I hung out with this kid, I was like, we're friends, or decently, like, he's never pissed me off. That's the thing, is he's never pissed me off. He's never been creepy. He sends me, like, lewds. He sends me lewds. I don't even think this person's ever sent me an actual dick pic, because this person's respectful and weird and out there, and I'm like, oh my god, this person is just fucking really comfortable. This person is just, like, really resonating with me. And, that's why I wanted to touch this person. Because they didn't gross me out in any kind of which way, which was weird. And I really want to fuck with this person. And that's my choice. That's it. Just because I fuck with one person doesn't mean that somehow that means that I have to fuck with everyone, whether they convince me to or not. Things like this. I am literally my own person, and I will not somehow subtly get directed into a way that I am not in control of my own body somehow. Someone convinces me something, some other way, and before I even know it, I'm twisted right round, and I go, this is not where I want to be. And I don't know how I got here, and it's not naive, it's literally just like, I'm really easy to manipulate, which is really bad. Like, if it's very obvious manipulation, I'm just like, you're a fucking twat. Like, you're dumb. But if it's just, like, very subtle, it's very smoothly, like, if you actually understand the tip, tricks, and whatnots to get people to open up and shit, you can mindfuck people so hard, and I kind of want to mindfuck this person because I want to be his friend. Oh, and then there's another really dumb dipshit that I want to be friends with. Simply because he fucked my friend, they dated. Actually, the whole story is really ridiculous and bad, but I met him at a party, at Haley's party, and then he dated Haley, and then says really fucked up shit to her, like she has a curvy vagina, that she's fat, and like, okay, but basically like, yeah, you're attractive except you're fat, basically, and this person seems like he would do that, because he was so, my first meeting with him, he was a fucking jackass. Okay, somehow he got attached to me over the party because I was nice to him, and it was like, me, him, and Sam got in a bed fight. That sounds really weird, but we were all like high and drunk and just chilling out because we're all chill people, and Clarita was there talking about poop and things, because she's like, oh, someone had a really dehydrated poop, and I'm very worried for their poop, because they didn't flush the toilet, and I went to pee, and there was poop, and we're all like, oh my god, honey, and she's like, yeah, well, I got sick once, and I needed to know about my poop, and I was like, I appreciate this information. It was really fun. And so me and Sam and her were talking about poop. And then at some point, me, Sam, and this, like, person, like, DJ, got in, like, a wrestle on the bed somehow. Because it'd be like that. And, like, I'm not kidding. This was, like, shitty things that, like, back in the day 12-year-olds would do. Because it'd be like, if you were ever friends with someone who had a brother or, like, a sister or whatever, like, those type of things, then there would always be, like, co-ed type house hangouts. And, like, not even in a weird way, it would just be, like, you just kind of be around each other, especially if you were, like, an outdoorsy kid, or whatever, like, where I grew up is, like, very country farmy, or very, or no, what, no, how do I explain myself, like, city farm kid or some fuck, right, because, like, it was, like, everyone was outside playing, having fun, enjoying life, having, like, goofing off, actually doing something, not sitting inside, right, and, so I don't know, if you had a child and you actually, like, ran around and played and, like, threw a ball in the air and in the damn sun, like, I don't know. Fuck. I got really happy and missing outside, and then I didn't realize where that train of thought had come from, so I lost that train of thought, which really pissed me off, because I'm usually decently good at picking back up the thought. It's like, friends. Nope. I am absolutely spaghetti today. And I'm trying to get all my energy out now, or I'll tell my counselor she's a fucking twat. Because I'm so mad, I'm so annoyed, but you know, she's doing better. You wanna know why? Because I was with my friend the other night, and then I got, like, really high, and I was hanging out, having fun, and then she goes, oh yeah, I'm picking you up, and then I was like, fuck, didn't remember, because, like, oh, so much information, and yeah, whatever, right? And then, so she's like, oh, well, maybe, I don't even know. At some point, she's like, oh, I should have called you earlier, like, in the morning. I was like, yeah, that would have been nice, thanks. And I was, like, really high, so I was just, like, spouting off everything, and I just, like, got it all out, and then she was like, ah, and I was like, ah, and I was like, I'm really high, I'm sorry, and I was like, fucking kill me, because I'm such a, like, mousy internal person that I never single say a word, ever. I mean, I do, but they're very calculated words to be singular words, like, they're never actually a fucking story of words put together to explain bigger things. It's very much so, like, yeah, it's like the concept of, like, oh, I'm fine, it's okay, it's whatever, it's meh, it's like, but, like, not so, because I would never let people walk all over me, but I would just kind of be like, you know what, not my fucking, not gonna affect me anymore, bitch, not good. I don't even know, I've tried my best, but now, I'm trying even harder, but I don't enjoy getting high, but I got high because I wanted to, because, I think that's what it is I'm slowly, continuously going, no, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, so then it slowly kind of goes, well, how do I become this, that I'm happy, well, sober, because that was originally the goal, okay, I even said that to, like, 7 people, and then, just kidding, but I would repeat that quite a bit, and just be like, this is, you know, and, like, I knew what my goal was, I'm not a fucking dumbass, and, like, oh, it just pisses me off so much, because people are like, you're wrong, and I was able to explain to my friend something about the weird, like, premonition type dealios of just how I always kind of seem to know, but I just, like, go with it, because I just, like, yeah, it's my life now, somehow. Yep. Yep. And basically, I know I want to get where I want to get, but I don't know how to get there, and this is me fighting to get there. Fighting, clawing, crawling, fucking grasping, fucking ripping myself up the damn side of the wall, and doing what I feel the need to do. And if that's make shitty videos and then post extremely shitty videos and then fucking not delete this fucking YouTube, but definitely kill this bloody shit fucking just kill the fucking thing off, yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not gonna fucking, like, kill it off to a point that, like, I'm not an idiot, like, I don't think that I have the ability to fully erase myself and, like, somehow become, like, a person on the run, like, almost like a spy or something, like, where I would just, like, delete my existence and then, oh, almost like fucking Supernatural, but not as cool. Just a fucking weirdo that just likes to disappear. But I don't think I could do that, so I pretty much just make some kind of shit account and then either delete it after a while or get rid of it kind of idea. And that makes me feel comfortable, but I'm not gonna not take responsibility for it. It's just kind of like, yeah, but now I'm done with that. Like, clearly that person's dead, though. I'd appreciate it if we just acknowledge that that person's dead, unless it's something that I really need to fucking take responsibility for at some point in time when, like, the me that isn't dead, because, well, I don't think I say anything too incriminating and or too stupid and or too fucked up, I think, and I don't think I really threaten people other than, like, vaguely and or I apologize and take it back or something along those lines. I do know when I'm definitely quite, like, riled and angry. I don't know. I don't think I've ever really been angry in, like, these really shitty videos. But, actually, I don't think I've ever had a video of me angry, and yeah, shit.